Welcome back! Last episode, I finished off by collecting the Reaver Shark, which means now there's nothing to stop us from mining some Hellstone and forging our first summoner weapon, the Imp Staff. Of course, I left my Reaver Shark and Balloon Pufferfish in a chest by the ocean, so first I'm going to go and grab those and sell some of the other items I got from fishing. But as soon as I can, I'm going to be digging down into the underworld, collecting some Hellstone, and forging that weapon. Now, that may be easier said than done, because our squishy character, although we've got 240 HP, doesn't have any armor and has no way of defending itself, which means 3 or 4 hits from a worm or a bat is enough to end our life. Fortunately, our Hellevator that we started last episode will help prevent some of these issues and provide a nice, convenient way to get down to the underworld from the overworld. It isn't a smooth process, but having lots of bombs does speed things up. As you can see, some enemies are causing me problems, but it's not too difficult just to recall and force them to despawn. This process goes on for a while, and soon enough I get bored. I decide to take a gravitational potion and check out some of the floating islands I have left in my world. The first island contains yet another shiny red balloon, but the second island contains the item I'm looking for, the lucky horseshoe. Now our character can't take full damage until hard mode, where Medusa can freeze you and cause you to crash into the ground. The cloud in a bottle is a nice accessory to add, and I switch it out for the shark tooth necklace, which is currently completely useless. Here I leave and re-enter the world, in order to have it settle the liquids so that I don't have to wait for a really long time for the lava to flow down. Now our character is finally in the underworld, the buildings provide some pretty great cover from all the enemies except for the fire imps and bone serpents. For the most part, mining Hellstone is pretty straightforward, but you do have to recall if you get pinned in by the enemies. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get enough Hellstone on the first trip, so I decided to recall and grab some obsidian on the way down. On the first trip, I was tricked by some obsidian back wall which looked like water on the map. On the second trip I found some actual water, and managed to connect it to some lava to make a farm. And there it was. The Ignorant Imp Staff. Minus 10% damage, plus 20% mana cost, but it didn't matter, I was now unstoppable. And to prove that, I was going to go straight back down to the underworld and collect some more hellstones so I could craft a better one. Some useful advice. If you're getting your ass kicked and you want to get out quickly, use a recall potion. Don't try and magic mirror away. And with that, after around 4 hours, our character finally died to a hellbat. But I wasn't about to let that get me down as I raced back to the underworld to get my revenge. Okay, there's something to be said about just playing the game badly, but it's obvious that we need some more mana and a little bit of armor. Luckily, we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone by visiting the jungle. As I hid behind cover and let my imp deal all the damage for me, a hornet dropped a very rare item called the Bezoar, which is going to make the jungle a lot safer. It'll also make the queen bee a lot safer, but I'll leave that to a future episode. I crafted a topaz robe and consumed some mana crystals just to give my mana pool a bit of a boost. The benefits were immediate, as it allowed me to summon the imp a lot more frequently. With full jungle armor, we rose to 19 defense and 160 mana. With this, I was a lot more confident about venturing into the underworld, so I decided to grab some more hellstone and reforge the imp stuff. I was lucky enough to encounter a voodoo demon, so I collected my first voodoo doll. A bone serpent appeared, so I retreated, only to feel an evil presence watching me. I quickly built a short arena, and prepared for the upcoming fight. At this stage, it wasn't much of a fight. I spent the rest of the night collecting stars. My goal was to collect enough to reach maximum mana. I met and subsequently killed my second voodoo demon. Yet another voodoo demon spawned, so I killed this one too. Only this one also dropped a demon scythe, which is another rare item. Nasty is a much better prefix for the imp staff, and the minus 10% knockback doesn't actually make a difference. Now that I was prepared, I decided to break some shadow orbs to give the goblin army a chance of spawning. I decided to break 2 so that I'd have a chance of dropping the Shadow Orb item. It didn't end up dropping, but I didn't continue because I didn't want to spawn the Eater of Worlds. But then again, I did want to spawn the Eater of Worlds. It drops a very useful item called the Worm Scarf, which reduces damage taken by 17%, and is ideal for a summoner. But no, I wasn't ready just yet. There were a couple of things I needed to do first. For a start, I didn't want to fight him underground, I wanted an arena. And so I decided to try and craft some worm food so that I could spawn him myself. The Eater of Souls were no longer a threat to me, and I harvested them for their rotten flesh. Neither corruption had provided me with enough vile mushrooms to craft the worm food, so I had to move to plan B. There was a relatively simple path from the 3rd Shadow Orb up to my arena, so I decided to risk it. If you didn't know, you can actually spawn the Eater of Worlds during daytime if you break 3 Shadow Orbs. Given the solid platform, most of the Eater of Worlds projectiles couldn't actually hit me, which made the fight quite trivial. Still, I see it as a win, and the NPCs are even throwing a party for me in celebration as I return victorious.